Hello, Wisconsin Rapids, here with another community update in my new format through a video. Here I want to talk to you about a few updates that have happened since the last community update. We held the Demetz Park rededication and reopening earlier this month, and that event went over really well. In fact, we had a great showing from community members, project supporters that helped accomplish the fitness park stations. And a neat story that I'd like to share is a resident that lives just south of the project bounds at the expressway. For the first time, at 101 years old, she was able to cross under the expressway bridge and get safely to the park without having to navigate the 4 lanes of traffic at the Vruwink Expressway. A really exciting feature and something that we believe will further enhance pedestrian and bicycle safety as we go forward into utilizing and improving our park system as well as the modes that people choose to get around our fine city. I also mentioned at our last community update that we begin the budget process. As we go through the budget process, City Council will be holding a number of meetings to talk about various departmental requests. Coming up this week, we've got a budget meeting on November 5th and the next week on November 12th. Those meetings are open to the public, and if you wish to come and voice your thoughts and concerns about the 2020 annual budget that the city is preparing, please consider attending or sending a message or a comment to an alderperson. As far as a few highlights from the budget, as I prepared the budget for City Council consideration, I consider a lot of feedback as we gone through the year around road surface issues, coupled with the fact that the state has come through with some additional financial support for us this year. I put another $100,000 in the proposed budget for street surface improvements. And what basically that'll do is it'll take some of the roughest streets in our city that aren't necessarily planned for reconstruction in the near future, allow us to take the surface layers off and relay a new layer of asphalt. And what that'll do is that'll provide at least 2 decades, if not more, time for those streets that are not going to be reconstructed in the near future. So overall, improving the street surface, the ride quality, that some of our toughest and most challenged streets, particularly those that have utility cuts in them and other potholes resulting from freeze and thaw conditions as well as settling over the life of the pavement. On taxes, the overall operating budget is flat, so there really isn't a tax increase associated with the operating budgets, but we factor in the proposed borrowing that will be incorporated into the city budget. We could have a slight tax increase of between 1% and 2%. And basically that'll account for the remaining borrowing on the city's aquatic center portion, which we continue to do fundraising, but we still have an obligation to fund a portion of that project as well as our public works construction projects. We're going to be doing 2 projects next year that we've proposed in the budget. One is Washington Street near Baker Drive to the west, as well as 2nd Avenue near the expressway, north of the expressway near St. Mary's Our Lady Queen of Heaven Church. So those are a few updates from the 2020 budget as well as impact to our residents in the form of taxes. The good news is not any notable increases in our tax rate, but certainly a reinvestment in our public infrastructure as we continue to invest and maintain our streets as well as all the other aspects from public safety to our library to our park system. We want to make sure that we're continuing to invest to serve you, the public, in the best way that we can possible. Stay tuned for future updates and future topics. If there's a topic you'd like me to address in a future community update, don't hesitate to leave a comment or reach out to me directly. Have a great day.